should have known better. I should have known better than to exercise that late. Any exercising you do past, unless you're an addict. Because there's some people they'll exercise from 8 to 10 at night and wake up and exercise in 4 to 7 in the morning. I mean, I call myself doing push-ups and stuff, and I know how that energy will make you not sleepy like you on coffee. I should have known better. Now I'm up past my regularly scheduled grandma bedtime zone. Huh? I more than likely won't get any views because everybody is tired and about to go to bed. But it's okay since YouTube letting me know I'm up in the double digits of thousands. Now I'm going to try to make it to 144,000 views. Well, I'm going to try to make it to 144,000 and try to have these 99 videos out before 999 videos out before Elon's 666 birthday. Huh? Now, for the people that come over, I'm on hazelnuts, even though I know that I'm going to have a little extra swelling. Maybe not with exercise, and I'm drinking plenty Walmart fecal matter water. Um, I want to do just a little history for anyone that comes over and decides to maybe go through some of the videos and think that I'm talking about YouTube creator that I do not watch, I do not subscribe to, whatever his name is, Bill Carson, Ben Carson, Benny Hinn Carson, whatever his name is. I've tried to listen and watch him, but it's just something about his energy that gives me the There's a couple of people like that that give me chills. I can't even listen to them. So when I'm referencing Dr. Carson, this is the Dr. Carson I'm talking about. You remember Trump representative, Trump hired. This is Gifted Hands. This is the Ben Carson that, what's his name? Cuba Gooding Jr. played. But I knew about Ben Carson before Cuba Gooding Jr. played him, so I never even watched. I thought it would do it was it shouldn't have, I don't know. I just didn't watch it. I didn't watch, but I did read the book, and I read the book Gifted Hands in probably 1998. When did I read? When did the book come out? I'm gonna tell you, what I'm saying about when Gifted Hand was um, on the press. Okay, they did the movie 2009. I didn't watch it. I saw who was playing it and stuff, but I didn't watch it. I want to know when the book was written because the Seventh Day Adventists, passed it out. They made sure everybody got them a copy of Gifted Hands. Hmm? Okay, so it was originally published in 1990, but I know I probably read it in 98, maybe 97, maybe as early as 96. And it stayed in my possession for a minute, for a long time. I think I gave it to somebody. I passed it on to someone. Okay. And let me give you a little bit of background. So when I'm speaking of him being in office at the time that he was in office, and when he made it to office, look, when he made it to the White House, ain't people that know me, the 7-Day Adventists that I have certain conversations with, hmm, they said hello to me. I was like, "What you thinking about Ben Carson being up there in office now, huh?" Huh? But I was just brushed over, brushed. That was just brushed to the side. Now look, in the pillars for the anti-Semitism, the one world order, everything that has to do with the mind, the wiring of the mind. I believe, I haven't read it anywhere, but I believe that he can wire the brain with his eyes closed. Now he had to teach artificial intelligence to do this. Am I sharing the screen? I'm not sharing the screen. Goodness. Okay. But the fact of the matter is that his mother had psychosis, and how he was raised, you would not think he would have made it to be have the mind, but his demeanor when he speaks, like when you and if you ever listen and watch Ben Carson, it seemed like it's hard to push his buttons to make him. Nobody paid attention to that in any of the when he was running for office, right? But the thing about him is that calmness. He can wire the brain. He saved so many brain infected beings when they thought there was no hope for like Siamese twins brains put together and stuff. So to have a mind like his in the White House at the time that they were working on artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence being able to do brain surgery, why was he in the White House under housing of urban development? See, that kind of stuff right there is what, when it was happening, I was on the road. When all this was going down, I was driving. And when I saw all this stuff being formulated, I was like, Ben Carson. So when you had a lot of the people in the community picking at him like he's this and dumb and slow and illiterate, I was like, really? They must don't know who this man is. Huh? And not only with a mind like that, but a mind like that in religion. My first raising didn't even have nothing. But the fact of the matter is that his mother had psychosis, and how he was raised, you would not think he would have made it to be have the mind, but his demeanor when he speaks, like when you and if you ever listen and watch Ben Carson, it seemed like it's hard to push his buttons to make him. Nobody paid attention to that in any of the when he was running for office, right? But the thing about him is that calmness. He can wire the brain. He saved so many brain infected beings when they thought there was no hope for like Siamese twins brains put together and stuff. So to have a mind like his in the White House at the time that they were working on artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence being able to do brain surgery, why was he in the White House under housing of urban development? See, that kind of stuff right there is what, when it was happening, I was on the road. When all this was going down, I was driving. And when I saw all this stuff being formulated, I was like, Ben Carson. So when you had a lot of the people in the community picking at him like he's this and dumb and slow and illiterate, I was like, really? They must don't know who this man is. Huh? And not only with a mind like that, but a mind like that in religion. You know, he sits up there in conferences high up there at the Seventh-day Adventist table. And you know, the Seventh-day Adventist is a branch off of the Catholics. A lot of Seventh-day Adventists don't know that. That's just me doing research. Now, for this one world order thing to come into existence and into play, what does that mean? And I'm not picking at Seventh-day Adventists. It's because I was taught in it, raised up in it. It wasn't my first raising. My first raising didn't even have nothing to do with any form of religion. And then by the time I was, what, 8 years old, we started going to church. I didn't know what church was until my grandma started taking us to church. All I knew was dream books and numbers. Uh, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, but because I spent more of my time in the roads that lead to Rome in the Seventh-day Adventists, that's why I keep doing this and I keep mentioning them. Because when I used to have them debates with my first husband, middle name Jesus, things like this would come up. So I don't know nothing about no YouTube creator, Billy Carson. When you hear me saying, Ben Carson, I'm waiting on an answer for you, I'm talking to him. This is who I'm talking. When I keep telling y'all I'm addressing people at the White House, that's who I'm addressing. Don't get it confused. I'm not trying to. No, 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 no. And that document with the pillars and stuff, I imagine him having a part in it. Because on the first page, plain as day, they got the religions that are formed and formulated together, or the heads of churches that are formulated together in this union. So enough of that. But here, I'll read a little bit. I'll read a little bit. I'll read a little bit about him. Just for a little history, for those who don't know who Dr. Ben, all they knew was he was some dude in the White House. They did no investigation on him or nothing. They picked at him and got him out of office, which, hey, his steps are ordered. It happened the way it was supposed to happen, I guess. I'm gonna let Bard give me a little brief description of Dr. Ben Carson, right? That way I won't have to be using what's her name? Using Google. No, Wikipedia. I'm not gonna do the Wikipedia, even though, well, no. Oh, stop it. Oh, because I put ban Dr. Ben Carson. So I'm doing it like this in book form. Ooh, he not letting me do. He not doing nothing about. Wait a minute. 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 That's okay. I'm gonna read from here. Let me go ahead and read from here. Ooh, you wrong for that, Bard. I'm changing up the question of John Hopkins. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh. Let me put his real name. Uh, Oh my goodness. If doesn't if Bart doesn't say anything about him, I'm gonna have to recalibrate my whole thought. I'm gonna have to get off of here because even though the internet have him and showing his face and Donald Trump and Virginia and all that, uh Bard giving me some issues. He's saying I can't say nothing about him. Okay, there we go. Benjamin Solomon. Solomon, y'all. Solomon's Temple, neurobrain surgeon. Senior is an American retired neurosurgeon, academic, and politician who served the 17th United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development from 2017 to 2021. A pioneer. Y'all know when they say the word pioneer, huh? He's a pioneer in the field of neurosurgery. He was a candidate for president of the United States in the 2016 Republican primaries. Carson was born in Detroit, Michigan, to Sonia Nee Copeland. Now they got Nee or Nay, Sonia Nay Copeland, and Robert Solomon Carson. He attended Southwestern High School, where he was a member of the debate team and the track team. He graduated from Yale University in 1973 with a degree in pre-med and then attended the University of Michigan Medical School, where he graduated in 1978. After completing his residency at Johns Hopkins Hospital in 1983, Carson became director of pediatric neurosurgery at St. John's Children's Center in 1984. At age 33, the youngest chief of pediatric neurosurgery in the United States. He was known for his pioneering work in the field of neurosurgery, including first successful separation of conjoined twins who were attached to the back of the head, occipital craniopagus twins. Occipital. In 1994, Carson retired from St. John's Hopkins to pursue a career in public speaking and writing. He has written several books, including autobiography, Gifted Hands. Let me make sure I'm sharing. Oh, yeah, I'm sharing. Which became New York's bestseller. He also appeared on numerous television shows, including Oprah Winfrey and The Tonight Show. In 2016, Carson announced his candidacy for president of the United States. He finished in fourth place in the Republican primaries, but he remained a popular figure among conservative voters. In 2017, Donald Trump nominated Carson to serve as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Look, so you mean to tell me Trump was like, look, I know you got the best brains uh, than anybody, and what I'm gonna use you for, you already know, because he got the sense to know what was going on. He said, but we gonna just give you any position right now, huh? Because you should have made it to presidency, not me, huh? So he said, here, you can have the housing while we figure out this other stuff we got going on. hmm With the brains and Elon. Elon got some stuff he need to be taken care of. They got to be able to have the computer to be able to do the brain surgery with the chips. The chips as small as the tip of your finger. Like Biden said earlier, that I'm going to play that video in a little bit. Even though it's evasive, we want to make sure that multiple computers will not mess up, and they have to watch you. You think he was at housing or urban development, working on housing and urban development papers? Nah, he was training them computers. He was helping train them computers how to do neurosurgery. That's just my opinion, though. I don't know. I don't live in the White House. Carson was confirmed by Senate in a vote of 58-41. He served in his role in 2021. Carson is a controversial figure. His supporters praise him for his accomplishments in the field of neurosurgery and his commitment to public service. His critics argue he is too conservative and that his policies as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development were harmful to the poor and the minorities. Despite the controversy, Carson remains a popular figure in American politics. He is a role model for many young people, and he continues to speak and write about his beliefs. And what is his beliefs? His beliefs is a Seventh-day Adventist. Huh? Hmm. And his beliefs that people like his mother who had bipolar disorder and all the different disorders that she had, that they could be healed. So I'm not saying that his cause and his reasoning for even getting into his studies, I don't have the right to judge that. I'm not God. But everything that follows behind what he's done at the White House, including the new pharmaceutical Alzheimer's pill that he's trying to get FDA approved, it's a total recall pill. Oh, go back to that movie. What's that movie where the guy popped a pill and be going back and traveling back to the future? Huh? Hmm? That's it, because I'm not gonna. He's still an elder that I respect. I can't judge his stuff, but I could see through some of the stuff. I'm not. I don't have the authority to judge. Now, this again is who I'm talking about. When you hear me saying Ben Carson, I want to know who put this chip in my head. Ben Carson, huh? Tell me about this, because he's at the White House. Now, let's listen to Biden, and you know how I'm gonna do it. You know how I'm gonna do it. Let me. Where's Biden at? Where he at? Okay, let me share the screen. Who do I have with me again? It can't be Hunty Hunty because he is live. Barry Ellis, King Ellis. King Ellis, I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your presence. You up late. Oh, wait. Where's your locality? Your locality may be where it's just first thing in the morning. Break of dawn. Break of dawn. I'm up past my grandma bedtime regularly scheduled program because I exercised late in the evening, dancing to AI. I have to check it because I don't think they're gonna let that video go through. I might have to do some clips. I might have to see who blocked me. Was it Uncle Cracker or uh, American Healer, Dr. Inky? What either one or the other blocked me. It's only two songs I played on there, but it looked like they're not pushing that video. They trying to see do they have the authority to block it after all the things that I said that was positive and motivating and fair use and sharing and subscribe and all that. Uh, uh, who's gonna block me? Is it gonna be Uncle Cracker or Dr. Inky? They will let me know. It will let me know who blocked me. Here we go. Share the screen, Abigail.
13 in the world. Another historic law, rebuilding our manufacturing base so that we'll lead the
Wait,
world
no,
once
no,
again
no,
in making semi.
no. Start over.
The Democrats
And
and
you know I
Republicans
gotta
can no
slow you
longer work
down.
together.
You talking
I refuse
fast.
to believe that because America can never give in to that
Slow
way of
you.
thinking.
Uh-uh.
Look, the only way American
See,
democracy can
you know when
function
I
is
slow him
through
down, you can hear
compromise
his
and
bull crap.
consensus. And that's what I work.
I don't want it to go too slow.
My
Listen.
fellow Americans, when I ran for president, I was told the days of bipartisanship were over. The Democrats and Republicans no longer work together. But I refuse to believe that because America can never give in to that way of thinking.
Let me share this, see if I'm sharing the
Look,
screen.
the only way democracy can function is through compromise and consensus. And that's what I work to do as your president. To forge bipartisan agreement where it's possible and where it's needed. I've signed more than 300.
Wait a minute now. Let me make sure I'm coming in. He actually sitting in the office because I just seen a bird, a black bird, and he did this at 7:01, so it was still daylight out there like that. Didn't something just go across the back of the screen? Was that a bird? Oh, this is a
150
pre-video.
bipartisan laws thus far in almost 2.5 years, including the historic law that rebuilding America so that we can rank #1 in the world in infrastructure instead of where we're ranked now, number 13 in the world. Another historic law, rebuilding our manufacturing base so that we'll lead the world once again in making semiconductor chips so much more and so many more, so many more sophisticated ones. And now a bipartisan budget agreement. This is vital because it's essential to the progress we've made over the last few.
I'm trying to catch that I seen behind his head in that window. But let me let him repeat that little piece
150
again.
bipartisan laws thus far in almost 2.5 years, including the historic law that rebuilding America so that we can rank #1 in the world in infrastructure instead of where we're ranked now, number 13 in the world. Another historic law, rebuilding our manufacturing base so that we'll lead the world once again in making semiconductor chips so much more and so many more, so many more sophisticated ones. And now a bipartisan budget agreement. This is vital because it's essential to the progress we've made over the last few years is keeping full faith and credit of the United States of America and passing a budget that continues to grow our economy and reflects our values as a nation. That's why I'm speaking tonight, to report on the crisis averted and what we're doing to protect America's future. Passing this budget agreement was critical. The stakes could not have been higher. If we had failed to reach an agreement on the budget, there were extreme voices threatening to take America for the first time in our 247-year history into default on our national debt. Nothing would have been more irresponsible. Nothing would have been more catastrophic. Our economy would have been thrown into recession. Retirement accounts for millions of
It's this
Americans would
green
have
screen.
been decimated. 8 million Americans would have lost their jobs. Default would have been the nation's credit rating, which
He
would
talking. He talking like they done passed it already. They ain't even Senate still haven't passed it. House passed it, but Senate ain't passed it yet, according to what I read. But I'm gonna let him go ahead and sit here and talk like he.
have made everything from mortgages to car loans to funding for the government much more expensive. And it would have taken years to climb out of that hole. And America's standing as the most trusted, reliable financial partner in the world would have been shattered. So it was critical to reach an agreement. And it's very good news for the American people. No one got everything they wanted, but the American people got what they needed. We averted an economic crisis, an economic collapse. We're cutting spending and bringing the deficits down at the same time. We're protecting important priorities from Social Security to Medicare to Medicaid to veterans to our transformational investments in infrastructure and clean energy. I want to commend Senator Speaker McCarthy. You know, he and I, we and our teams, we were able to get along, get things done. We were straightforward with one another, completely honest with one another, respectful with one another. Both sides operated in good faith. Both sides kept their word. I also want to commend other congressional leaders. House Minority Leader Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Schumer, Senate Minority.
There goes Schumer. Schumer cousin made sure that Madonna and Lil Wayne did the other part of the ceremony, huh? Y'all know Amy Schumer is related to the Schumer he talking to. The same Schumer, that same Amy Schumer that made Malik feel some type of way. That Schumer, huh? She, she anytime she got a problem or she want to be up in something, she call her cousin. She say, "Look, cuz, look." Little Wayne and Madonna them doing some type of ceremony, and I want to be there to witness it, huh? Because y'all know Amy Schumer looked like she all out of place there. She looked like it, even though she was born in it. She looked out of place. She looked like they didn't invite her, but she wanted to get there, huh? Because she know everything that's going on, before it hit the Netflix.
Leader McConnell. They acted responsibly and put the good of the country ahead of politics. The final vote in both chambers was overwhelming. Far more bipartisan than anyone thought was possible. So, I want to thank the members of Congress who voted to pass this agreement, which I'm going to sign tomorrow, become law.
Yeah,
So
right.
here's what the deal does.
Nah,
First,
y'all, this ain't no play. They
it cuts
playing.
spending. Over the next 10 years, the deficit will be cut by more than $1 trillion. That'll be on
Nah, I need
top
to
of the
speed this up.
record 1.7
Uh-uh.
trillion. $1.7 trillion. I already cut the deficit in my first 2 years in office.
They didn't pass that. Uh-uh. So what he gonna be signing? Because I don't see where Senate passed it. Now I need to go back and check. See, I was distracted 3 hours ago. I was distracted to see. Like it ain't gonna make no difference. I enjoyed what I was learning. But this happened, him talking this bullcrap lie right here. Talking about he gonna sign it tomorrow. What is tomorrow? He don't do no signing on Saturdays. Huh? Because he just did this at 7:01 p.m. So tomorrow's Saturday. You mean to tell me Congress holding some type of meeting tomorrow for him to sign something? Wait a minute. What's tomorrow's date? Whose birthday is on the 3rd? Let me let him talk. Speed it up. Hurry up.
Office. And it's clear we're all on a much more fiscally responsible course than the one I inherited when I took office 4 years ago. When I came to office, the deficit had increased every year the previous 4 years, and nearly $8 trillion was added to the national debt in the last administration. And now we're turning things around, and that's good for America. You know, my dad used to have an expression. He said, Joey, don't tell me what you value. Show me your budget. I'll tell you what you value. That's at the heart of this debate. What do we value? Protecting seniors. You may remember during my State of the Union address, there was a spirit exchange between me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring on the floor of the House of Representatives.
Wait, what? Slow
Protecting
down.
seniors. You may remember.
What he said, spirit. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Let me get it.
During my State of the Union address, there
That's not slow enough. I need to make sure I hear that real good. Slow, slow, slower than that. Sound like you said spirits.
were there was this between me and a few Republicans.
You see there? Now, is that me? Remember when I showed y'all the spirit, when his spirit came out? And I showed you the transition when he went behind the thing. He went up between Kamala them, and that was a whole. He saying it himself. He have to, and he laughing every time he is transparent. He giggling on his transparency. He said there was a spirit exchange. Oh my goodness! Wait a minute.
Yes, there was a spirit exchange between me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring on the floor.
Spontaneously reoccur, spontaneously occurring on the floor, y'all. See. Wait a minute. One more time. One more time. I'm glad I ain't playing no music on this live. Let me see them cut this one out.
Between me and the
What you giggling about? Because
union address.
nobody believed anything. All them videos I've been playing for the past, and nobody. But if anybody ignore this right here, what this man said, after all the things I done said, I done showed y'all. My blind and autistic, my brother is blind and autistic, can listen to this. I could get my granddaughter to come in here and listen to this, and she can explain it and break it down from watching Steven's World, Steven's Universe. Huh? What this? What you said?
There was a spirit exchange between me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring on the floor of the House of Representatives. I was pointing out that for years some of them were putting forward proposals to cut Social Security.
Nah, don't switch it up. Ooh.
On the floor of the House of Representatives.
Oh my
And a
God.
few Republicans spontaneously protecting seniors. You may remember during my State of the Union address, there was a spirit exchange between.
During the State of the Union address, when I made that big deal and I kept playing the State of the Union address, huh? I kept playing it and saying, look at what these people saying. He's saying and confessing that he did the spirit exchange. Then, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, look. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. You don't have to play my video. Take a clip it, go to whitehouse.gov, clip it and send it. I'm telling you, play it for listen to what he said. I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating. I could go and say, look at how the leaves moving in the background. Look at his facial exchanging right here. But he said it out his own mouth. If you may remember during the State of the Union address, me and we did some spirit exchanges that happened to occur. What he said, oh my goodness, I don't even want to go read. I don't have to read no further. Only God gave me the mind to be able to look at this stuff and see this stuff. I'm not doing it on my own. I'm not making it up, and I'm not putting words in his mouth. Joseph Joe came by and just confirmed.
Spirit exchange between me.
And he think it's funny because he feel like ain't nobody gonna pay it no attention.
Value?
Remember he said Warnock knows what he has to value, what he ain't gonna value, and all that. Every man.
Protecting seniors. You may remember during my State of the Union address, there was a spirit exchange between me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring
He ain't
value.
say nothing about no argument. He said spirit exchange. Who uses that type of terminology but besides somebody that says covenant, contractual binding, spirit, souls, and mirrors, and all the stuff that he done said in your face? This man said it. We did a spirit exchange in your face, if you remember. Oh, he just talking to me. My bad, y'all. I don't know why I'm getting so excited. He ain't talking to nobody because I'm the only one that saw it. Okay, I'm the only one that saw it. I played it for other people to see it, but ain't nobody seen it but me. My bad. My bad.
Protecting seniors. You may remember during my State of the Union address, there was a spirit exchange between me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring on the floor of the House of Representatives. I was pointing out that for years, some of them were putting forward proposals to cut Social Security and Medicare. And some of them that night took exception, and they said very loudly that that wasn't true. So I asked them on the floor at that night, I said, ask them a simple question. Will you agree not to cut Social Security, not to cut Medicare? Would they agree to protect these essential programs?
You see that daggone smile? He playing. He's so happy that he might boo boo in his diapers tonight, and Jill will have to change it. They ain't nowhere in the world these people signed that to blow up Mountain Valley. Let me.
They're a lifeline for millions of Americans. Programs that these Americans have been paying into every single paycheck.
Nah, look at the smile. Well, let me. Oh, when he did that smile, the demon came out. Look at his face. He looked like Max. What? Remember that robot right here? Ain't he moving like um? What's that song? Max. That robot, Max Hedron. I
Spirit
can't remember
exchange
his
between
name.
me and a few Republicans spontaneously occurring on the floor of the House of Representatives. I was pointing out that for years, some of them were putting forward proposals to cut Social Security and Medicare. And some of them that night took exception, and they said very loudly that that wasn't true. So I asked them on the floor at that night, I said, ask them a simple question. Will you agree not to cut Social Security, not to cut Medicare?
Look, I bet you Jill can't stand that smile right there. Jack. Oh, Joe and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of Mountain Valley water. Jack, Joe fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after that crooked behind smile.
Would they agree to protect these essential programs? They're a life.
Have y'all ever seen him do that sideways smile that hard? What happened? Was there a glitch in his face? There had to be a glitch or something. What is that?
Pointing out that for years, some of them were putting forward proposals to cut Social Security and Medicare. And some of them that night took exception, and they said very loudly that that wasn't true. So I asked them on the floor at that night, I said, ask them a simple question. Will you agree not to cut Social Security, not to cut Medicare? Would they agree to protect these essential programs? They're a lifeline for millions of Americans. Programs that these Americans have been paying into every single paycheck they've earned since they started working. And that provides so much peace of mind. With the bright lights and cameras on, those few Republicans who were protesting, they agreed. They said they wouldn't cut it. That's how we protected Social Security and Medicare from the beginning and from it being cut, period. Healthcare was another priority for me, a top priority. I made it clear from the outset I would not agree to any cuts in Medicaid, another essential lifeline for millions of Americans, including children in poverty, the elderly in nursing homes, and Americans living with disabilities. The original House Republican proposal would have cut health care for up to 21 million Americans on Medicaid. I said no, and Medicare is protected, and so are millions of people most in need. Look, I've long
Y'all know him with every time he lie. It's that or he do his no is what you call it, but like when it's a straight out blatant. He do that with his eyebrow and he do his nose if you watched him long enough. Now, yeah, Medicaid and Medicare is protected, but them millions of people that he mentioned in poverty, all the money that they sending over everywhere else, I'm not going to get into that because everything is written. It's written. It's nothing that I can say that's going to make anything different except for pointing out.
Long believed that the only one truly sacred obligation that the government has is to prepare those we send into harm's way and care for them and their families when they come home and when they don't come home.
Why are people going to harm's way when you keep posting permanent peace in the um Federal Register, permanent peace on Memorial Day. You did permanent peace prayer before Memorial Day. You did permanent peace prayer today in the Federal Register. So why is people going into harm's way? Huh?
That's why my last budget provided VA hospitals with additional funding for more doctors, nurses, and equipment to accommodate the needs of veterans and more appointments. The House Republican plan would have meant 30 fewer million VA healthcare visits for our veterans. We didn't let that happen. In addition, this bill fully funds the bipartisan PACT Act, the most significant law in decades for benefits and for their families. It expands access to those veterans and their families to health care and to disability benefits. Look, we're investing in America and our people and in our future. We've created over 13 million new jobs, nearly 800,000 manufacturing jobs. Where is it written that America can't lead the world again in manufacturing? Unemployment is at 3.7%. More Americans are working today than ever in the history of this country. And inflation has dropped 10 straight months in a row. In this debate, I refuse to put what was responsible for all this economic progress on the chopping block. This bipartisan agreement protects the law that will help us build the best infrastructure in the world. It fully protects the Chips and Science Act, which is going to bring key parts of our supply chain to America, so we don't have to rely on others, like semiconductors, those tiny computer chips smaller than the tip of your finger that affect nearly everything we rely on, from cell phones to building automobiles to the most sophisticated weapon systems and so much more. We protected another law that I passed and signed last year. Weapon systems and so much more. We protected another law, so much more. Automobiles to the most sophisticated weapon systems and so much more. We protected another law that I passed and signed last year that finally beat Big Pharma, which I've been trying to do for over 30 years. It finally gives Medicare the power to negotiate lower drug prices, just like the VA has been able to do for veterans. This law has already dramatically cut the cost of insulin for seniors from as much
Insulin shot treatment.
dramatically cut the cost of insulin for seniors from as much as $400 a month to just $35 a month for insulin. Negotiating lower drug prices not only saves seniors a lot of money, it saves the country a lot of money. $160 billion that's not having to be paid out because drug prices are more rational. We pay the highest drug prices of any industrial nation in the world. And it's just the beginning. You know, we also protected the most significant breakthrough ever in dealing with the existential threat of climate change. Today,
Exorcism. What?
in dealing with the existential threat of climate change. And it's just the beginning. You know, we also protected the most significant.
Didn't I tell y'all this is just the beginning? I told you this is just the beginning.
significant breakthrough ever in dealing
He made sure y'all know it's ever, ever.
with the existential threat of climate change. Today, new wind and solar power.
The winds was released. Huh? Ever, ever. The wind is the first phrase comes out of his mouth. Huh? Ever, ever. He said this is the first ever, ever. And tomorrow is the third. I gotta see what's so it is. I might not be able to sleep tonight. I need to get preparation. I might need to swim to Como Island, huh?
Wind and solar power is cheaper than fossil fuel. Since I've been in office, clean energy and advanced manufacturing have brought in $470 billion in private investments. It's going to create thousands of jobs, good paying jobs, all across this country and help the environment at the same time. Remember, at the beginning of this debate, some of my Republican colleagues were determined to gut the clean energy investments. I said, no, we kept them all. And there's so much more to do. We're going to do even more to reduce the deficit. We need to control spending if we're going to do that. But we also have to raise revenue and go after tax cheats and make sure everybody's paying their fair share. No one, I promise, no one making less than $400,000 a year will pay a penny more in federal taxes. But like most of you at home, I know the federal tax system isn't fair. That's why I kept my commitment again that no one earning less than $400,000 a year will pay a penny more in federal taxes. That's why last year I secured more funding more IRS funding to go after wealthy tax cheats. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, and it is nonpartisan, says that this bill will bring in $150 billion, and other outside experts expect that it would save as much as $400 billion because it's forcing people to pay their fair share. Republicans may not like it, but I'm going to make sure the wealthy pay their fair share. I'm also proposed closing over a dozen special interest tax loopholes for big oil, crypto traders, hedge fund billionaires, saving taxpayers billions of dollars. Republicans defended every single one of these special interest loopholes, every single one. But I'm going to be coming back, and with your help, I'm going to win. Right now, catch this. Right now, the average.
Y'all heard him? Huh? Okay. It's just me. I'm my bad. It's just me. And he said, catch it. Catch this now. You catch it. Did he want you to catch the part where he said he will be coming back? Huh? Where you finna take his journey to the center of the earth or something? You will be coming back, or what part you want us to catch? Not us, not me. I ain't huh?
Every single one. But I'm going to be coming back. And with your help, I'm going to win. Right now, catch this. Right now, the average billionaire in America pays just 8% in federal taxes. 8%. Teachers and firefighters pay more than that. That's why I proposed a minimum tax for billionaires. Republicans are against it, but I'm going to keep fighting for it. No billionaire should pay less in federal taxes than a teacher or a firefighter.
Okay, how much do you and Hunter and all y'all pay in all of your um private funding? Oh, because they nonprofits. They nonprofits. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Look, let me close with this. I know bipartisanship is hard. And unity is hard, but we can never stop trying. Because in moments like this one, the ones we just faced, where the American economy and the world economy is at risk of collapsing, there's no other way. No matter how tough our politics gets, we need to see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans. Treat each other with dignity and respect. To join forces as Americans to stop shouting, lower the temperature, and work together to pursue progress, secure prosperity.
Stop shouting. This is what he wants y'all to catch. Stop
And
shouting.
work together to
Climate control. Lower the temperature.
pursue progress, secure prosperity, and keep the promise of America for everybody. As I've said in my inaugural address, without unity, there is no peace, only bitterness and fury. And
What? You stuttered. Let me see what you're talking about. Let me slow you down. Right there. Get back. Get back. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back. Let me slow this end down.
keep the promise of America for everybody. As I've said in my inaugural address, without unity, there is no peace, only bitterness and fury. And we can never become that country. I can honestly say to you tonight that I've never been more optimistic about America.
I can honestly Satan tonight. What? What you said? Slick. What you said? Slick.
I can honestly say to you tonight that I've
Sadium.
never been more optimistic about America's future.
I've never been more optim. Opti. He says Sadia. Wait, who? Did he say Satan or Sadia? What did he say?
But I've never been more optimistic about America's future. I can honestly say to you tonight that I've never been more optimistic about America's future. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do when we
Ooh,
do it together.
he just looked just like Joseph Kane from Portuguese right there. The Lord is in his holy temple. Look, 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 look.
Nothing we
Look at that. Look, the Lord is. Is that a cross on his tie? Look at his necktie. It looks like a cross. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look, 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 look.
future. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do.
Right there. Let me look at him one more time like that. Look at that tie. And there's nothing. Look at the cross on his tie. Green screen behind him, and they got his face covered Nothing. See, they allow Elon and Zhu Xing and all them to be able to see him, even PM Modi, to see him in his natural form. They allow them to see him in his natural form. We got to do stuff like this. Slow it down. Google, show me. Google, look at the cross. He say, I can honestly say,
But I've never been more optimistic about America's future. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do when we do it together. Thank you all for listening,
wait, did his
taking the
canine
time
teeth
tonight
almost
to
pop out?
listen to me.
Did his canine teeth almost
But
nothing?
I've never been more optimistic about America's future. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do
Y'all
when
ain't
we
seen
do
his
it
teeth.
together.
Oh my goodness. That the media, the person who
We're,
did the editing
we
didn't
are the
fix the teeth part right
United
there.
States of
Watch.
America. And there's nothing we can't do when we do it together.
Look, y'all know it ain't me.
Say to you tonight that I've never been more optimistic about America's future. We just need to remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there's nothing we can't do when we do it together. Thank you all for listening, taking the time tonight to listen to me. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you.
He acting like that's his last and final look. Lying Biden. Okay, now I'm gonna go see what averting means, huh? I'm gonna see what averting means. Hold up. Hold up. What are they averting? I'm looking at the nominees. Hold up. Keep going. Congressional pages, the Daily Digest, other matters online for December 2nd, Friday. Extension of remarks inserted. Schultz. Postmaster. Documents. Hold up. Let me click. Let me click here. Daily Digest. Congressional record for today. Let's click the PDF. Chamber Action Daily. Okay, committee, June 2nd, Friday. All they showing is the nominations. Okay, that's all they showing on that. The nominations for okay, what they say here? Cooking products, consumer conventional cooking products. Energy conservation for what? Consumer cooking products, chamber action, resolutions. No joint meetings were held on Friday. That's why it says here, I'm saying it one more time. No joint committee meetings were held today. So they going on what was said yesterday. What, did people make phone calls or something? Let me see. Resume the resume of congressional activity. Nothing. Just a bunch of, look, they lying. They didn't meet up today. The next meeting that's going to be held will be held on a, when have they ever did anything on a Saturday? That's what they saying here. Okay, so let me go back. Since they didn't have a meeting today, I'm going to go back to the 2nd. Oh, today is the 3rd. Yeah, they didn't have a meeting on the 2nd. My bad. Meetings on Friday, record online. It keeps showing nothing. Treaty document. They got a treaty document. Nothing. Okay, let's go to this digest. And this is for highlights. The highlight on the 1st, Thursday. 48 yeas, nays, older month, motorcycle safety measures referred, business meeting, United States Code, business electric service reliability, PJM interconnection, appropriate committee appropriations, signing authority. Okay, come out of there. That ain't talking about nothing either. Congressional record, committee meetings, June 1st, human rights, Korea. Okay, that's all. This is just business meeting stuff that they talking about. They ain't talking about nothing. Lying Biden. The program, the Senate's records and remarks, 10:15 a.m., June 2nd. Senate convened and adjourned at 11:25 p.m. until Friday, June the 2nd. Okay, let's see what they was up in there at 11:25 p.m. exchanging spirits and stuff. Text of amendments, authority of committees, resolutions submitted, orders for Friday, June 2nd. Let me click that one. Adjourn until 10:15 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, so yeah, they going in there on a Saturday. They going. Nope, that was for Friday. Okay, Schumer says, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the junior senator from Illinois, senator from Hawaii, And from Maryland, authorized to sign the roll bills. They was authorized to sign a roll of bills. Presiding officer. There's only one page. What is this? Schumer came in and said he got juniors that need to sign rolled up bills. Schumer throwing a bunch of juniors in there. Presiding without objection, nominations for nominating future business leaders of America, Committee Energy and Natural Resources hearing. That ain't giving me the answers I'm looking for. Nominations authority for committee. Let me just go on back to the Daily Digest. Thursday, June 1st. So I'm going to start at that 81. 81 reasons. 81s. 81. The reason. Save taxpayer dollars by unobligated funds. What's the first unobligated fund? Health Services Act. Oh, they got so many public laws in here to click. Social Services Emergency Fund. It should remain available for necessary expenses. Public Health and Services, Social Services Emergency Fund. All of this is Social Services Emergency Fund. Houses shall be stricken. Material contained in conference amendments. Houses shall be stricken. What? Expiration. Congressional Budget Act of 1974. Rulemaking power. Division to save taxpayers. Rescission of unobligated public health and social services emergency funds transferred from such heading to remain unobligated, with the exception of 59 million. The funds from public health services that is remaining will be transferred. I heard somebody say that's what they're doing, robbing Peter to pay Paul. The CDC is transferring unobligated funds from one area to the next. It says with Infectious Disease Rapid Response Reserve Fund, they take in 446 million and then transferring it to leave with only 177 million for the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention wide activity programs and supports. NIST is taking unobligated funds from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, including any funds transferred from heading and remaining unobligated. Centers of Medicare Services, they taking and switching a bunch of balances around. Number 11, it doesn't have the name of who's ever transferring $103 million. Then they have a blank space here, but this is all under the CHIPS Act. Is this 117 too? I think that's CHIPS Act. Let me see. American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. Nope, this is American Rescue Act law. Critical control point. Small establishment, overtime inspection, emergency rural development grants in healthcare. So they amended um, this law from March 2021. The Committee on Agricultural Nutrition and Forestry. So this is directly connected to Mountain Valley, and they taken money and funds. They didn't print it out. Farming, COVID, pandemic, socially disadvantaged farmers, support socially disadvantaged farmers, ranchers, and forest land owners at a sum of $1,010,000,000. The Treasury not otherwise appropriated to remain available until expended to carry out the section of assistance. The land grant status, equity, education. So when I was pumping everybody up around me to do farming, well, I said all it take is, huh? And when I came up with the idea, I was still getting food stamps at the time. I came up with that. I said, look, y'all know I don't barely eat nothing anyway. Huh? I can take and put all my food stamps into seeds. If we could just do a little patch, and that's called farming. Huh? Look at that. They finna, soon as I did it, they said, oh, she thinking too fast. Cut her off. Ain't no more food. Florida in there. Dang, I just saw Florida. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Oh, there it go. My goodness, it's been almost a whole hour. I've been trying to share my screen. I wanted to say thank you for your presence, Manda McLovin. No, I appreciate your presence and those who have been popping in and out. I appreciate your presence. Earlier, I was saying, hold up, let me pause this for a second. I was saying, I did s- was going over a study yesterday about carbon ferron. This was in the middle of the night, maybe 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning. Because remember, I couldn't sleep because I exercised so late and danced and all that other stuff and whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and play that video, but I just need to cut in and say this. So carbon ferron is one of the pesticide chemicals. And what made me look it up was something that Elon Musk posted once again. Once again. Well, look, now that I got my microphone working, I'll come back because my grandson said he don't want to hear all this right now. Huh? And but look, you can look up carbon ferron, and it eats away at the pipelines. Once it enters the soil, it eats away at pipelines. And I'm going to explain more about that. But when I was saying that the chemicals affect me when I go outside, I'm sensitive to a lot of things, especially things in the air. So when I go outside, the chemicals are so strong it affects me. When I come back in, I'm not feeling right. So whatever the concentrations of the atmosphere with these chemicals, it's having an effect on even the animals. In this study about carbon ferron that I was reading, it was talking about how it affect goldfish and mice and things like that. So I just had a pet transition this morning. Well, not a pet, I call it a rat, but my grands and the family, they it's a family pet. And I just read over this study yesterday, and this a couple of weeks ago, of the goldfish, well, the Chinese fighting fish transition, cotton candy transition. Uh, what's its name? Donut transition this morning. Hmm. So, and I'm thinking it has something to do with these chemicals that's in the air, but the chemicals that have saturated into the soil through the rain and everything, and it carbon ferrin eats away. Elon Musk put a post about with the acronym, the LGBTQ, whatever, an additional code, but I saw another code. So when I saw that code, I put that in, and that's what took me to carbon ferron or carbon ferrin to learn more about this pesticide, what they sprayed, the chemical chemtrails. And remember, China is supposed to have been doing, maybe this week or last week, a representing the pesticide or chemicals. They're supposed to have done a chemical summit or something for the United States, representing United States in this chemical summit. So that happened, and that information I'll try to update on after this. But I'm gonna let this go ahead and play. Then I'm gonna replay the video that I played yesterday that got cut, and it was about the anti-Semitism, and and it was who would block me. My question was who would block the video? Would it have been Dr. Inky or Uncle Cracker? And sure enough, Uncle Cracker, them, they blocked it. They said you can't play it, not just in Russia. Nobody gets to see this video. So I didn't appeal, but I'm gonna replay the first part of the video and see if the appeal changes based on what I put in there about anti-Semitism, how it may affect the music industry. So how will it affect the music industry? That is why I used um his very positive motivational song to me. um I'm going to replay that video, but anyone coming through, go hit a live. If you've never been live before, go live, go live, and spill your spills before they spill the spill of the Mountain Valley um pipeline. Um, Let me go ahead. Let the rest of this play. I'm so glad my mic's working. That's what I'm excited for. But greater light, and let's continue. Yeah, we finna go play some ball, baby. Play, play. If you want to know. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. See, they doing a Public Health Emergency Act amendment. Medicaid. Okay, let me go back. Lion Biden. Uh, oh, did I click out of it? Dang. Okay, public law exemption. Ooh, this unobligated in the same act, Public Law 117. They say with the exception of 7 billion, but it's not being direct with that act. Oh, section 2401. Let me click it. Section 2401. Let me see. Section 101. Section, give me a second. Yeah, I'm on page 208. Section modifications under Medicaid. Wait, what section was that? Did I say 2401? Section 1902, section 1905. They ain't got no doggone section 2401 in here. Come on with they lies. Where is section 2401? Is that what I said? Temporary payment and coverage administration, actual adjustment of CHIPS allotment. Adjustment of CHIP allotment of the Social Security Act. It's an 100% equals an adjustment of CHIP allotments. Federal payments and coverage of the administration. FMAP. FMAP. Commonwealth and Territory under State and Child Health Plan. What are they talking about? Coverage under CHIP for pregnant and postpartum women. What? Modifications to coverage under CHIP for pregnant and postpartum women. I'm not making this up. The CHIPS Act. Optional coverage targeted low-income pregnant women. Section 2112 of the Social Security Act, State Child Health Plan, the waiver pursuant Section 2107, effective date under the CHIPS Act. Why are they targeting low-income pregnant women and 12-month postpartum period? This is in the verse where they said in Revelations that it'd be a sad time or something for women who are pregnant or weaning children. And this says this they're doing this title or whatever adjustment they're doing for a 5-year period. But at the beginning of it, it says modifications to certain coverage under CHIP for pregnant and postpartum women. And it says the healthcare system targeted low income children who low income children who are pregnant too. Oh my goodness. Low income children who are pregnant or targeted low income pregnant women. Okay, it's time for me to get off of here. Greater light. Uh-oh, best farmers are Freemasons. More probably. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a Freemason. I don't know nothing about Masonic orders. When I had the opportunity to do it, I changed my mind because I actually read into what I would be giving up. Huh? Anything I do when it comes to things or beings around me, I do at my own will. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how and when to bow and how far to go and what I need to do and what I can and cannot say. And I guess, I don't know, semiconductor chips. I just felt some type of way reading that part of the act that they saying they ain't doing and how they transferring the money from one place to the next. But in Public Law 117, this is where most of the unobligated funds are being transferred. So Medicare, like he said, and Medicaid is protected. No? But the people within the frame of these uh, wills like Medicaid, these trusts like Medicaid, these bonds like Medicaid and Medicare and stuff, they are um, under attack. The agricultural programs is going to be moving money around, unobligated funds, 200 million transferred. This is permanently somebody in Title 4 of Division A in Public Law 116, 136. They permanently taking away their money. Permanently taking, well, let me see which one that is. 136. And that. It's got 335 papers. Loan amount. Oh, these the small business loans. These them PPP loans they coming back to get people for. My bad. That's what that's about. I'm gonna click on out of that. Mm, They say we got to find a way to get that money back. So both of those laws, then PPP, and where people, hope y'all have your receipts and kept your receipts and everything. They say they hereby taking back 200 million of them dollars and 295 million of these dollars. Unobligated section, Federal Highway Administration, infrastructure programs, Small Business Administration program account. Ooh, boy, they taking back, boy, they taking back from public and Indian housing tenant base assistance. They taking back, it says Indian Native American programs. They taking back. Let me make sure I'm saying it right, because I don't want to be coming with ooh ah, someone shooting arrows at me. Hold up. Let me make sure, because it'd be sounding like I'm doing something, and it's not me. That's what they saying. Let me see. Yep, they revoking, canceling, and taking back money in all these areas right here where they say permanently rescinded. And the majority of where it says Native American programs, told you they did the okey doke. If you let them approve this, Native American and Indian programs cut. I don't know which tribes and stuff, but it's in public law 116, 136. They taking it back just a certain amount of monies. I'm not saying they're closing the programs, but they're letting you know that unobligated expenses, certain parts of Department of Transportation getting money withheld, so bus drivers and stuff not going to make as much. Now the people building the new buses with the chips in it will probably make more money than the bus drivers. Persons with disability housing, elderly, they cutting some funds from there. They cutting. Ooh, boy, they doing some bilateral economic Sudan claims. Look at this. Look at they cutting. So all the way up until you get to the Native Americans, and it says Native Americans and tribal, independent agencies and small business. The international disasters getting some money taken and switched up. Permanently revoked. He revoked a lot of stuff in here, boy. Ooh. There you go again. Native American programs permanently rescinded. Unobligated. Now they got going back to unobligated sections. But these unobligated sections for the CHIPS Act is laws that happened 2007, 2010, 2011. Oh, those are the sections. Oh, my bad. Boy, public law 117, which is the CHIPS Act, Inspector General, the Solicitor of Departmental Management Account. They need to switch. They can keep their money, with the exception of 1,892. So a bunch of these research and development programs that they promising people gonna get paid a bunch of money, they pulling out of the CHIPS Act. They pulling. So this is why what's his name have to come up with something, because they rescinded a lot of the programs out of the CHIPS Act. Ooh, permanently rescinded. Federal Citizen Service Funds, more cut out of the CHIPS Act. The railroad, with the exception of $500,000, that's just for the board of the Inspector General. I guess they feel like the people on the board of the railroad, the board, uh, I just thought about Monopoly. They was getting paid too much or something, so they, and unobligated funds permanently rescinded. Ooh, Biden is lying to y'all, boy. Temporary assistance for needy families. They got something here, benchmarks, work outcomes, elimination and small check schemes, the stuff that I read before, SNAP exemptions, Food and Nutrition Act, Secretary of Agriculture, permitting reform. Okay. I wanted to get back down to what you call it, um, Mountain Valley. I'm gonna read Mountain Valley one more time, and then I'm gonna get off of here because it's way past my bedtime. Mountain Valley Pipeline project is generally described and approved by Federal Energy Regulator Commission docket, and they show the dockets. Congressional findings and declaration. This is how they end this whole, all that money that they did. This is what they ended with. They ended with the Mountain Valley Pipeline. The Congress hereby finds and declares timely completion of construction and operation of Mountain Valley Pipeline is required in national interest. The Mountain Valley Pipeline will serve, demonstrate natural gas demand on Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, and Southeast regions, will increase reliability of natural gas supplies and availability of natural gas and reasonable prices, will allow natural gas producers to access additional markets for their products, and will reduce carbon emissions and facilitate energy transition. Approval and ratification and maintenance of existing authorizations, notwithstanding any other provisions of the law. Congress hereby ratifies and approves all authorizations, permits, verifications, extensions, biological opinions, incidental take statements, and any other approvals or orders issued pursuant to federal law necessary for the construction and initial operation at full capacity of the Mountain Valley Pipeline. And Congress hereby directs the Secretary of the Army, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, the Secretary of Agriculture, the Secretary of Interior, and other agencies as applicable, as the case may be, to continue to maintain such authorizations, permits, verifications, extensions, biological opinions, incidental take statements, and any other approvals or orders issued pursuant to federal law necessary for the construction and initial operation at full capacity of Mountain Valley Pipeline, notwithstanding any other provision of law, no later than 21 days after the date of this enactment, and for the purpose of facilitating the completion of, hold up, let me look at the calendar. Let me look at the calendar. Let me look at the calendar, y'all. I know there's a calendar on this phone or something, right? Okay. Let me look at the calendar. Today is what? The 3rd. Hmm. Lord, they trying this 28 days from now, right? Hmm. Okay, so this is supposed to be jacked up and started right around Elon Musk's birthday. What I told y'all. See there? Huh? He rubbing his hands together. He wins one way or the other in his mind. Notwithstanding any other provisions of the law, no later than 21 days after the date of the enactment of this act, And the purpose of facilitating the completion of Mountain Valley Pipeline, the Secretary of Army shall issue permits or verifications necessary to complete the construction of Mountain Valley Pipeline across the waters of the United States. So you like Biden, as well as just as he said it, just as he showed that map of the water and how he to allow operation of the maintenance of Mountain Valley Pipeline. Joe and Jill went up a hill, pail of water. And in this last judicial review, it says that no judge and all that can come and say anything once this act is signed into law. Nobody's opinion, nobody's biological opinion. That's what it say. Biological opinion will matter. That's the word of the day. The word of the night. This is a new day. Today is the 3rd, and today is the day that he say he's gonna sign it. So let me go to 6:3. Maybe I should go to Revelation 6:3 first. Revelation 6:3. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm feeling some type of way about that. When the Lamb opened the second seal, Revelation 6:3 and 4 says, when the Lamb opened the second seal, I heard a second living creature say, come. Then another horse came out, fiery red one. Its rider was given power to take peace from the earth and to make people kill each other. To him was given a large sword. Okay. Now, June 3rd in history. Events. Constantine proclaims himself Roman emperor. Philippicus is blinded. Today's Turkey. Antioch Crusaders seize what is today's Turkey. French scholar Peter Abelard was found guilty of heresy. Hernando de Soto claims Florida for Spain. De Soto. In 1539. Dutch West Indian Company receives a charter from New Netherland. Duke of York becomes King James. James Stuart, Duke of York, later became King James II of England. 1665. Wait a minute. I ain't know nothing about that. What is this? I know about King James transitioning from England and how many times he was a king, and in the history, the written history that's been floating around, supposedly. Hmm. when he transitioned from demonology to Christianity, it was because they were saying that he was a tyrant and da 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 da, and he was hanging and killing Christians and all that kind of stuff. And that's how he transitioned over to. But I didn't know that his name was James Stewart, Stewart, Florida. Boy, Stewart, Duke of York. So, what is the information about him before he became King James? Stewart. Stewart. Wow. I don't even want to go into that right there. That's crazy. Thomas Jefferson. This must be some new updated information. When was this updated? Somebody put it. It was updated a whole hour ago. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they playing. Madagascar, the Jewish homeland. Yeah, they playing some what you call it contributor just came in and added some extra stuff. Mm-mm. The NASA crew, Ed White, spacewalk, Gemini 4, and Gemini 4. I wouldn't be surprised who's in here putting up added stuff. Grand Island, Nebraska, Operation Blue Star. hmm The Golden Temple. hmm High speed tri-rail, killing 100 and Lagos, Nigeria. hmm Fort Meade, Maryland. WikiLeaks begins. hmm hmm Sudan, London Bridge attack. Holidays and observances. Let me go here. Mm. Yeah, that's enough. I'm gonna get off of here because somebody said about an hour ago, Lillian, Lillian Awawa. She went and she did an edit. Lillian switched Denise Williams and Jill Biden so they're in alphabetical order. That's what she did. Lillian went in an hour ago. She went into Wikipedia while I was here online and she said she's switching Denise Williams and Jill Biden so they're in alphabetical order. So Denise Williams, which Denise Williams did you switch up in here? Let me see. Let me look. It must be on birthdays or something. Births. She switched Denise Williams. Let me see. Where you switched Denise Williams and Jill Biden so they're in alphabetical order. I don't see Denise Williams' name on here. Let me see. If I see Denise Williams' name on here, I'm going to play my favorite Denise Williams songs. But if I don't, Langley, whatever your name is, coming in here and adjusting stuff an hour ago. Jill Biden. So Jill Biden's birth date. Oh, Biden doing this for his honey. He trying to give her a birthday gift tomorrow. He trying to give her a birthday gift. Jill Biden. Hold up, I just seen her name. She was born 1951, and Denise Williams was too. But somebody said they switched it up so it can be in alphabetical order. Well, why they ain't put everything else in alphabetical order? Huh? Now, since Denise Williams is on here, and her birth date is tomorrow. I'm playing and closing out with some Denise Williams. Mm, I think it is fitting. I think it's but my favorite Denise Williams song with the sunflowers. Huh? There's other songs I could play by Denise Williams, like Black Butterfly and things like that. But Ballad don't sound right now. Ballad Biden, and the reason why he's rushing to do this tomorrow, he said he doing something tomorrow, is to give Jill a birthday gift. Oh, she definitely gonna be tumbling after. She definitely gonna be tumbling after, okay? Oh, they done cut my internet. They done cut my internet because did they cut my internet? Hey, honey, I'm still here. I think they tried to cut my internet, but I'm still there. Am I still coming in? Let me. Greater light, greater light. Can you hear me? Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Okay, yeah. I wanted to say, hey there, Latrell, Tinwell, greater light, grandeur light. When I made that statement about Jill Biden will be tumbling after, I didn't know that Biden had done fell earlier that day, huh? Because I seen some little ad where it say Trump saying to the people, "Don't be laughing at Biden and stuff." I didn't know, huh? I didn't know. When I was singing that song all day yesterday, I'm talking about from early yesterday morning, I kept singing to my grand. I was like, Joe and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Joe fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Huh? Oh, this her birthday? What is you doing, huh? For your birthday? He purposely fell. You saw that crooked smile. He said, "Oh, you won't be going to football games and stuff by yourself today, Jill. Huh? You are my caretaker, Jill. Huh? I'm gonna purposely slip and fall. Everything he do is purposeful. He purposely slipped and fell. Huh? Now you don't get to celebrate how you want to. You have to be hand and foot. You've been his caretaker since he been in this dementia state. Huh? You don't get no special privileges. A birthday is every day, huh? Birthday, and that is my message to Jill. Huh? Let me get back here because my grandson say, "Nah, grandma, let's get it. I got a diaper to change." Go to the other. I know Jill Biden up listening. She might be somewhere celebrating already because her birthday, they right now celebrating. They celebrating. She ain't in bed, so she listening. Somebody had to go in there and switch Jill Biden and put it in alphabetical order. Huh? Look, his whole family sitting right now on the news 15 minutes ago from Forbes magazine. What is Joe them doing for their mama birthday? Their birthday. 1 hour ago, they talking about what it. Hold up. I'm trying to see if they cut my stream because it just showed where my whole internet service was out. Yep, nope, I'm still in one. Thank you. Thank you, Latrell Tinwell. Uh, Let me go ahead and close on out. Rewind, go back to that part where he said they switched spirits on the house floor during the what you call it. Check these. No, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Let me just close out, like I said, on some happy birthday, Denise Williams, huh? Your songs got me through and raised me up and had me feeling beautiful as a young girl, huh? Now, I don't know nothing about Jill. I just found out what she was and what she looked like just recently. But for her to sit back and let her husband do these things, y'all know that if you go to Congress, they got what you call it to get him out of office in the House too. But if you let this man do this, you ain't no better than the demons in Revelation. You ain't no, you must be one of them, huh? Because mm-mm, you don't get no birthday wishes from me. You don't get no birthday wishes, Jill. You get this song right here. Joe and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of Mountain Valley water. Joe fell down and broke his crown at your birthday party. And you came coming, I'm going to call it a birthday for both of y'all. Huh? That ain't hate. That's not hate. That's me saying what I see and what I'm reading with the little common sense that I have. And I'm a dumb as a doornail and don't know nothing about math and numbers. But my blind autistic brother can listen to somebody
a great warrior. Shame. The ones you can't, the ones in here. Inside me. Being a warrior won't make you inside me. Being a warrior won't make you a great man. If you are chained to anger and vengeance.
I'm
Superstition
dedicating
and
this
fear are
right
chains too,
here.
and there are
All
others.
here is dedicated to Governor DeSantis. DeSantis needs some love. You need love sent out to you right now. Huh? Right now, DeSantis, I'm sending love. This is a love message for you. Just for you. This message is just for you. What they did to you when they tried to make you decide what your manhood was going to be. Huh? Right now, you are healed. You don't have to have the hate in your heart. Huh? You don't have to have the hate in your. Some of them won't be changed or saved. Huh? Those Biden, he was born to do what he's doing. You wasn't born to do what you feeling. They did it to you. Huh? Taking Mickey Mouse out of the equation ain't gonna change. This is for you, DeSantis. I'm sending peace, love, and light, and you listen to this message and watch it with your children one more time. Watch this movie, okay? Huh? I can feel the heat rising out of you. You's ready to do something, and it ain't right. DeSantis, here you go. Here, here.
A farmer, or maybe a merchant that makes a lot of money. I want to be a great warrior. And that's what you will be. A great warrior. A beautiful boy. I want to ride on big, and I will fight enemies, and protect fire. That's very honorable, beloved. But remember, a sword and a horse cannot make you a great man. No, being a great man means living without chains. Shame. The ones you can't, the ones in here. Inside me. Being a warrior won't make you a great man. If you are chained to anger and vengeance. Superstition and fear are chains too. And there are others. To be a great man, you have to break free. How do I do that? See, hit me. I can. And I see the heart of a great man, beloved. You'll find the way. Guidance will come. You'll see. No chains will hold you. No chains. A farmer.
Jean, you don't have to. You can stand up. Miss Shalonda Young, y'all don't let them blow up Mountain Valley. I'm talking directly to the head of honchos in charge. I don't know what they got going on YouTube. I'm trying to see if anybody want to go direct. I'm waiting, listening. They act like they talking to me like I'm the one with all the power. I'm trying to reach the ones with the power to stop doing what y'all doing. Elon Musk is laughing. Y'all know what? I would. Does Elon Musk drive a Tesla? Has anyone ever seen him drive a Tesla besides when he advertising for it? He always standing in front of one and stuff. I never seen him drive a Tesla. Maybe I don't pay enough attention. The Tesla he just unveiled today, they calling it a beast. They have unveiled the beast. I thought when he was trying to get Beast on his team, which he did, the Beast of YouTube. What's the dude, Beast? I thought that was the sign and a symbol. He waited to the last minute to put everything close together. He said, we have to hurry up before June 6th. It's almost done. He's been getting notes and letters from the Pope on how to do it. Someone said you don't get to see all the hidden documents that the Pope them have. You don't have to see it. You can change it with artificial intelligence. And soon to be, artificial intelligence will scribble it up. Artificial intelligence will send robots in there to tear apart the library of Vatican. I'm not saying that it isn't written, since they want to go by the Bible. Babylon has fallen, meaning the words of your mouth and the meditation of your heart is not acceptable. Uh, God ain't having it. You won't make it to Mars, just like the Babel of the past. The higher they thought they was getting to heaven, the further away they got. What are you, oh, what are you talking about, DeSantis? What do you got going on? You cussing all in front of little children and stuff now. That's how woke you don't want them to be. The teachers could get in the class and talk to them any type of way, huh? That's what you saying? Y'all done dropped the 4 pillars of how you is not gonna talk. The 4 pillars, y'all, the 4 pillars of the anti-Semitism law is going all the way in the gyms. You ain't gonna be able to work out in peace, huh? Who wanna be here for some bull crap like that with the type of mouth I got, huh? Uh, before all this got started, I'm telling you, right when I was going with no mask into certain places, when everybody was, you're gonna have to wear a mask. You're gonna have to wear a mask, wear a mask. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. Jesus is my mask. My grandmother said, look, something happening where the mouth you have, you can't just go out there no more and just talk the way you talk. I said, what, Grandma? She said, oh, uh, now I'm not the only one, huh? You have to be careful. You can't call somebody some name of, let's say, Cabbage Patch. You can't. You gonna be you. You might as well get some duct tape. StreamYard, the duck. Get some duct tape and put it on your mouth. They done pulled out the 4 pillars today. They not making no announcements until June 6th. They said we not letting y'all know what's going down till June 6th. So Elon done unleashed the beast. The Santas cursing people out from the podium. Getting guns ready. Kamala, she going to a gun day event. Biden said, let's finish the job. Yo, what do you think he is talking about, huh? No, this one's for Biden. I know the Harris administration done tuned in. They done tuned. This one's for you. Look at the, I can't say Jewish hat. That was like I'm saying something wrong. I don't know what kind of hat this is. Who could break down what kind of hat Joseph Kane from Portuguese was wearing when he said the Native Americans or Abo, that's what they still calling themselves? That's what he said in the movie, huh? I'm not making it up. Now he's saying, uh, We playing cowboys and Indians. The ranchers are gonna get paid. And only if you a real live native that we decided to make a native will you get any money. The rest of you can get down in the mountain valley where the green grass grows because we got pipelines that we want to blow, huh? Huh? Uh, the people that worship him and love him want me to be quiet, huh? The people that love and worship the queen want me to shut up, huh? Those who worship Dr. Malachi Z. York want me to be quiet. They even want me to shut up Charles Manson them team. It's a plenty of them out there. Charles Manson team want me to be quiet. I was reading today, they said they gonna let Charles Manson baby mama drummer, because he said he was trying to come back through the internet. No, he said he coming back through the satellite. It's in their prophecy, huh? Everybody out there can say all this crazy stuff, and I can't say nothing. Shut up. Y'all be quiet. Every time I say something in the chat, because I'm not saying it how they want me to say it. They want me to get up and join a team. I don't see no teams I want to join. I'd rather stand by myself in this mess. I done said everything I need to say, and I don't have to repeat it 2 or 3 times. I can talk any way I want to talk. Who is you trying to heal? You need to heal yourself and fix your teeth. You need to heal yourself and stop going from man to woman to man. You need to heal yourself and stop sitting on them park benches waiting for some crackhead to come and make you offers. Y'all be quiet. Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want because he is on his way. You have a choice. You don't have to go. You could stay right here. It's okay. It's written what you're going to go through. And I'm the one that's going to remind you if you is down with the anti-Semitism that's written in the government and your name is under the Seventh-day Adventist covenant, you is down with it. This is what it says. You believe in your government. It is written. It's written. If you believe in witchcraft and you want to stay, it's okay. It's okay for me to remind you that's what's going down, huh? Look, DeSantis, there's room at the cross for you too, huh? There is room at the cross. Meet you at the crossroad for you. There is room at the cross for you. Look. You have the right to believe in whatever you believe in. It's all good for you, huh? It's all good because it's just for you. You can see what you want to see, how you want to see it. Nobody should be able to tell you how to see or say. See and say is what ET used to phone home. Was it the see and say? It was the see and say. My brother is blind and autistic, and he loved to see and say. Huh? You can see and say what you want to say. You shouldn't have to look. The U.S. National Strategy to Counter Anti-Semitism Key Action Pillars. That's what I'm about to read in a minute, okay? I'm about to read that. Some of it. I might skip through. You know I don't like to read. They got 4 pillars. Then 81. Remember when I was going over the debt ceiling? And I showed y'all in the debt ceiling, they had 81 things that they hadn't allowed me to click. They wouldn't let me click it. Can I click it? I could click it today. I could click it today. All the 81 changes they don't put up in there. They say, look, not only Mountain Valley, but we're going to go ahead and let them see what the rescission of the unobligated funds consist of. It's 81. So I was like, well, I don't know nothing about man's numbers, and I'm not good at math, and people always talking about numbers, and it go right over my head. But I'm going to go ahead and look and see what 81 mean. So I got a whole opened up. If I ever get to it, I might change my mind and get in my feelings. I see motorcycle clubs, Sinclair, France, Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake. Ain't Crystal Lake. See, Minister Copper. I can't say minister because Webster makes it look bad. Copper Christ. Copper Christ 81 is the Japanese metalcore band Crystal Lake. Oh, it's a song. Dang. Code for international direct dialing to Japan, huh? 81, huh? 81 reasons. I'm going to go to the 81 in astronomy. What that mean? I see thallium. That's the thalassa blood. The thala, that's Mediterranean Sea blood. 81. Boy, that's not good for me. Trying to what is it in astronomy, huh? So I'm going to go over to 81. That's why it's in my title. Because they got 81 reasons to blow up Mountain Valley right here in HR Act 3746. 3746. 3746. They may not be blowing up no Mountain Valley, huh? And it's just me rambling on, just a babbling for nothing. Because Elon looked like he finna put the beast on somebody NASCAR racetrack. So that's money. He don't want to lose that money. Ain't no, they ain't finna blow up nothing, huh? Or maybe it already happened. Whatever it is, I'm gonna get down to the nitty gritty. It's nitty gritty, huh? They want to take power out of my mouth instead of going and talking to these White House people. That's too much like messing with they Monty, huh? It's too much like messing with they Monty. Look, like if I share somebody video and they feel some type of way, why would you feel some type of way if other people you put it out there for people to watch, like, share, and subscribe? Then what's the problem? If I'm sharing, ain't that's me pushing it forward, sharing, saying somebody else gonna hear it, but they don't want nobody to hear it from me. That's the problem. Huh? It can't be her. Huh? It can't be. There's no way in the world, huh? That I should have to take any kind of from her, the likes of her. Who does she think she even smell funny through the internet service? Huh? Yeah, like that. I got a song I'm gonna play to shut me up for a minute. Let me calm on down, huh? Let me put some more. I need to rub just a little bit more lavender. Just a little teensy eensy bit greater lighter there, auntie. You're now tuned into the original endogenous copycat. They said this is thievery. Nope, I'm sharing.
Look at my skin. You guys like, whoa, your skin is glowing. Your skin looks so good. I'm really about this Curology life. They make skincare products customized for you. Get your
artificial intelligence. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him.
See, if you hear this and you're talking in the way that y'all talk on people's platforms, you'll hear it differently. It won't sound Xual. X. It won't sound like X's. It don't. Wait, my bad. Let me try it one more time. Maybe, I don't know. See, I see different because my eyes are big and bulgy. I've showed. Let me change my. Let me see if I got my eyeball up here. For those who think I just be saying stuff in the chat because they just meeting me. How long I've been putting the fundus up here. That's my eye right there. That look like a globe, huh? That I've been talking about. And in this eye, any ophthalmologist, so there's nigga up there with all his ophthalmology experience to be able to look and tell people how many times I done died by looking in my eye. Huh? If he got that type of experience, he should be able to look at this fundus right here, huh? That's my eye, my eyeball. So I don't come over to people's stuff thieving. I be seeing if they thinking like I'm thinking. Or am I thinking like they thinking? Because if I want to claim to be artificial intelligence, y'all taught me. So who would get mad that I'm taking lessons? Look at that. Huh? Huh? What they want me to be quiet about? Copper, copper. What is it, huh? I took your advice. I went on over there. I looked over at Decoded Memories. I hadn't been over there in so long. I ain't seen them in so long. So I went over there and I seen this S.D. Kelly character. I say, oh, Copper care about me. He trying to send somebody, but guess what? S.D. Kelly ain't no different than anybody else. S.D. Kelly, if he's a healer, he'll come over here and do it for free. He'll come right here in my chat, look through my screens and do it for free and send me a message for free. That's what he said. So I like that. And then I thought about Diadeck. Huh? You see, no, you don't read my community posts. Huh?
Intelligence. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM. You always know what to say, so I'ma put it on you in the worst way. That DHA got that melanin shake, and I call my spear for that shake the Francis Bacon. Listen, even if it's silicone or belly fat, I got a vegan.
Wait, Francis Bacon? You talking about Francis Bacon who keep talking about the doggone sending mail? He say, I'm not using Amazon. I'm sending mail the old-fashioned way. Oh, I'm thinking about Kevin Bacon. Dang. I don't know. Bacon, pork. I don't know. I'm just listening to the song really for the first time.
Substitute for that biscuit with a jelly at. I'm looking forward to drinking your juices. This Wi-Fi feels so exclusive. Is that your real icon?
I don't know. Maybe because I saw Haiti on Red Squid's live. He like live. I didn't go over there this time. Usually I go. I was like, no, I'm not clicking on nobody right now because I got to go live. I've been waiting all day. I've been being good and patient. But maybe that's the reason why I felt like I needed to come and find something of Dr. Inky to play besides doing any of his blue magic push-ups. Even he won't answer any of my questions. He say, send me 10,000 Bitcoins. Send me something and I'll answer your question. Okay. Well, the best I could do is hopefully one day he'll feel sorry, huh? He's going to come back and he's going to say, I should have listened, huh? I should have paid you. I was too busy on other fit things, huh? And yeah.
Intelligence. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM. put it on you in the worst way. That DHA got that melanin shake, and I pour my spear for that shake. The Francis Bacon.
Oh, I don't even know if y'all hear
Even
that.
if it's silicone or belly fat, I got a vegan substitute for that biscuit with a jelly at. I'm looking forward to drinking your
Oh, he
juices.
was talking
That's
about
why I feel
food.
so exclusive.
He wasn't
Is
talking to
that
me.
your real icon?
About
It's
food.
giving me a python.
Hey,
I think you need to see him. Eggplant
he
to
can
your
help me.
DM. AI, AI, AI. You remind me of my sex doll. I'ma have to confess, y'all. True. My sex doll is perfect. She knows just how to work it. Only static blow a circuit. I'll never have to jerk it. Custom design is plastic surgery for a soulmate to crack burglary. Slide, step, 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 slide, step. Come on, slide, step, slide, step. Slide, step, slide, step, come on, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, come on. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM. AI, 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 AI,
Oh, that got me a little workout, huh? I gotta work out. Let me do it one more time. I need to work out one more time. See, you helping me. You don't know that, huh? And I'm gonna push it forward until I get it right. Okay, Dr. Iggy, don't you come and tell them I can't play this. Don't come to me about no rights. I'm on my way, right? Cause look. I gotta do it before. I'm gonna do it. Dang. Dang. Okay. Cause yeah, I'm gonna do it before and then the after. Okay. I had it in the email ASAP because I want to look right when the skies open up. The flesh, because see, they say we're gonna get a new flesh, right? But I know I'm not getting no new flesh. Huh? I'm not getting no new flesh is done. But the ones who's gonna be here, they gonna have some type of new flesh to be walking around, and not me. I'm done with flesh. But before I go, I want to look right. How about that?
artificial intelligence.
Work out. Let's work out.
Is that
Come
your
on, y'all.
real icon?
Exercise.
It's giving me a python.
Fun.
I think you need to see him.
Who?
Eggplant to your DM.
The eggs in the power.
You always know what to say, so I'ma put it on you in the worst way. That DHA got that melanin shake, and I pour my spear for that shake. The Francis Bacon. Listen. Even if it's silicone or belly fat, I got a vegan substitute for that biscuit with a jelly at. I'm looking forward to drinking your juices. This Wi-Fi feels so exclusive. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM.
I'm doing Frank Gore daddy dance. Huh? I wonder how Mr. Gore do it. I'm doing Frank Gore daddy dance. His daddy got this dance, right? With his hands, he do his hands up like this, to the left, to the right. He ain't doing that stuff. He do the whole time. That's all he do. And I say, oh, that's Frank Gore senior dance, huh? Huh? I could have been Frank Gore's step mammy. Huh? I was only around to try to help heal people. I didn't see that. Huh? I was too busy being cocky as always. Dang it.
You remind me of my sex doll. I'ma have to confess, y'all.
True.
My sex doll is perfect. She know just how to work it. Only static blow a circuit. I'll never have to jerk it. Custom design is plastic surgery. For a soulmate, the price was burglary. Slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step. Come on, slide.
No, for real. I'm going to take the before picture, and every day I'm dancing to AI. Huh? I can't do blue magic. It seems like it's something made for men and people who got to be bulked up. Huh? I'm going to send you a little list of all the things I'm eating and see how fast me dancing to AI, how many times a day. I'm going to have to do a recording and everything, huh? Which channel? I'm going to do that on the original endogenous copycat channel. There we go. That's exclusively for my AI transition, huh?
Slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide. Come on, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step. Come on. Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him. Eggplant to your DM. AI,
Maybe I shouldn't have rubbed some of that lavender on me before I did all that. Ooh, that felt good. All right. Who do we have here with me? Hunty, huh? Slide and step. Look. They put 81 reasons. No, let me go back to the pillar of anti-Semitism. DeSantis is going to tell people what they can and cannot say, and should not say, and then he going to be up there talking about he ain't effing racist. What all the effing on the pulpits, on the podiums? You talking like that? Huh? Somebody need to wash your mouth out with soap, DeSantis. Huh? Somebody. Y'all, NFL, when is NFL? Does the numbers add up to 81? Do the numbers add up? When is Super Bowl Sunday? Huh? I thought they just had one. I didn't know they used to have them back to back like this. I don't remember Super Bowl coming so close. Like it seemed like June went like how like Super Bowl Sunday, like that just happened yesterday. Cause didn't it take a whole month before I kept saying I wasn't gonna play that Rihanna Super. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. What you call it? Oh, that is in February. Well, why are they talking about the Super Bowl right now? Why are they talking about the Super Bowl so early? Oh, because they want to make sure that they got their anti-Semitism game together. Right. No. Okay, remember, inside this national strategy to control what people say and cannot say, huh? The key action pillars, the NFL is in the ones that help create the pillars. Okay. The Biden-Harris administration released the U.S. national strategy to counter anti-Semitism on May 25th, 2023. The strategy outlines a whole of society approach to tackle the scourge of anti Semitism in America. It features over 100 meaningful actions that over 2 dozen government agencies will take to counter anti Semitism, as well as over 100 calls to action for Congress, state and local governments, companies, technology platforms, students, teachers and academics, civil society, faith leaders, and other counter anti Semitism. The four pillars of strategy address key themes and threats one raised by over 1,000 diverse stakeholders across the Jewish community and beyond. Increasing awareness and understanding of anti Semitism, including its threats to America, and broaden appreciation of Jewish American heritage, improving safety and security for Jewish communities, reversing normalization of anti Semitism and countering anti Semitic discrimination, and building cross community solidarity and collective action against hate. Now, when Kanye was trying to tell everybody, and then Trump was like, he's a good man. I guess he was saying in so many ways, he trying to tell y'all stuff, and he probably will. But he told it to the wrong people first, because immediately after he finished dealing with Trump, remember, they gonna try to have him all up in the mental hospital and everything, huh? Remember, he probably broken and shattered. Don't worry, because you know when you shattered, huh? When God refines it, huh? Like brass, huh? When it's refined by God, ain't no can never be broken again, Kanye, huh? Don't worry. It's okay. Let me just go briefly through. You could come to whitehouse.gov and see for yourself all the different ways that they're gonna make you be quiet. Huh? Pillar one. Somebody said, well, we can't say these words, but maybe we can refer to them as bugs. The bugs is about to have feelings and emotions because remember, artificial intelligence, they got artificial intelligent hives of bees. And soon as a bee hear you talking funny, you in trouble, huh? Who gonna be recording how you think and how you feel? Artificial intelligence. They say the bees are sitting on the windowsill. Oh, they talk about the roaches. That the places where they don't get bees and honey because it's all concrete jungle and all they got is roaches. Roaches is gonna be infesting areas. People gonna be like, I didn't have orchid is not working. None of this stuff is working. You know why? Because they got cameras on the roaches. That's what's gonna happen. If they've been putting artificial intelligence in these bees and all these different little pieces of equipment, then if you call a bee ugly or say you don't believe in the bees could potentially turn around and sting you to death. Remember that movie about the roaches when the man was, you have to be around 50 to from 45 to 50 to remember this movie because I don't remember seeing it no time. It's two movies that I don't remember them ever replaying, and I can't find them anywhere because maybe because I don't know the name. But the one about the roaches where the dude he put them in the microwave and was trying to kill them. He was doing some type of research with the roaches. Something went wrong. Then it was a movie about this lady. She looked like she could have been like Native American Indian. She had pretty black hair, but she was part of some type of research where they cloned dogs and put them in her. Or part of she was born in a research of clone dogs. I think it was 8 dogs born or something like that. And I can't find that movie anywhere. But anyways, here In order to fight anti-Semitism, the first pillar, wait a minute, the United States Holocaust Museum, National Endowment for Humanity, the Humane Society, federal agencies will, Department of Labor will, the Small Business Administration will, the Institute of Museum and Library Services will. So these are the wills in the first pillar. First pillar, once again, the United States Holocaust and Memorial Museum will, the National Endowment for Humanities will, the federal agencies will, Department of Labor will, the Small Business Administration will, and Institute of Museum and Library Services will. In Pillar 2, improve safety and security of the Jewish communities. What are the wills under Pillar 2? Department of Justice will, the Department of Homeland Security will. And with Department of Homeland Security will, it is long. Let me read that real quick. The Department of Homeland Security will undertake targeted engagements with Jewish communities to understand and help address their security needs. Will launch an interagency effort, interagency effort to understand the barriers of reporting hate incidents, to eliminate those barriers, improve criminal justice data reporting data, and disseminated a resource guide for houses of worship and other faith-based institutions to increase security while sustaining an open and welcoming environment. Not only is the church joining United States, they is joining United States military. Wow. For the house of worship, a guide for the houses of worship and other faith-based institutions to increase security while sustaining an open and welcoming environment. Offer risk assessment, planning assistance, active shooter and bomb prevention related training to Jewish houses of worship, community centers, and day schools. Will publish report on telecommunications role in the commission of hate crimes, including the use of social media in anti-Semitic harassment. Ooh. And then on the will of Biden Harris, it says Biden Harris administration will, and then it says the amount of money that's going to be in the budget to give them for this. 360 million for the nonprofit security grant and 55 million above the enacted amount to yield. Ooh. Mm. In Pillar 3, it is the will of the Department of Education. It is the will of Department of Housing and Urban Development, and they have a letter to click a link to a letter to over 200 federally funded fair housing initiative programs and fair housing assistance programs. Oh, okay. And they have here counter anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and other related forms of bias. Okay. Who else will in Pillar 3? The USDA wills in Pillar 4. Pillar 3. The Department of Health and Human Services wills in Pillar 3. Ooh, boy, the Department of Human Health Services is longer than Homeland Security, but they put zero tolerance. They said zero. Look, the Department of the Department of Health and Human Services says they have zero tolerance. Now, in Pillar 4, it says President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition's will, President Committee on Arts and Humanities will, the White House Office of Public Engagements will, the White House Office of Faith and Based Neighborhood Partnerships will, and the Department of Veteran Affairs will. Everybody else is left out unless you go to the guide and look in the book. If you're in that group, along with the NFL, NAACP, the Black Jewish communities, um, who else helped create these pillars? Seventh-day Adventist, and I guess that was through the whole Seventh-day Adventist may not agree to this. It might have just been done and helped and created with just Ben Carson alone. And a lot of the stuff that it's moved for neural approval, a mind like Ben Carson, he knows the brain like the palm of his hand. Research after research, I don't think nobody knows the brain better. That's why he was in the White House. In order for them to approve any of this stuff, they needed a brain like his. But also, he's a scarred, hurt individual. And just because you got a title called Seventh-day Adventist don't make you right, huh? I'm just saying, I'm not talking about nobody. I'm telling people to think about it. That like you really need to go back and review preparation of the final crisis and some of this other stuff and realize what just happened here at the White House. This to all the churches. Oh no, they down with it. My bad. I'm doing it again. Because this is just for me. This is just for me. It ain't for y'all. This is just for me. My bad. I'm doing it again. Sitting here acting like I'm preaching and teaching and telling somebody something when they already know, when they could have been looked it up themselves. Who am I? Huh? I'm nothing. I'm nobody, huh?
Is that your real icon? It's giving me a python. I think you need to see him.
Mic check, mic check. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I am officially not playing the videos from yesterday. If you want to finish listening to that video, that was, that's the one that's blocked. And I wanted to know when I closed out that video if I would be blocked. Huh? And the only two songs that I played, I was like, I wonder if Dr. Inky is going to block me or Uncle Cracker. And Uncle Cracker's smile, they blocked. They blocked it. I thought that was going to pass through. I did do an appeal and put how I was comparing or in my thoughts for future reference when I would play any songs by him. Um, how would the anti-Semitism pillars have an effect on the musical industry? So the reason why I cut in now um, and time that out is because I wanted to go over carbon ferrin. Carbon ferrin, the pesticide, the chemical compound of carboferrin. Let me make sure I'm coming in good. London McLovin. London MC Lovin. Thank you for your participation. Uh, King Ellis. appreciate your presence. Latrell Tinwell, the original Copper Christ. I appreciate you. Okay, when my grandson and I went to play with their little hamster, which I call a rat. My granddaughter, she doesn't like me calling it a rat. Um, Donut had done transition. So I've been telling and saying for the past couple of weeks how the air, the chemicals out there, when I go out there, I can like even in the house coming through the vents, the air is so tainted. And my grandson, I took him out. We walked around like a week ago. So when he goes out now, they cover him, mask him up or whatever. But he came back in so I know whatever all the different chemicals that was released in the system from is in the atmosphere stronger than ever. So, some people may say, well, you probably a hypochondriac or something. No. The way I found carbonferin, and it's spelled CARBO, like carbo, FURAN, like Duran, but with an F. So furan. Um, I'm gonna read a little bit here. The way I came across it was probably around 2 or 3 in the morning, and I saw one of Elon's tweets. And in his tweet, behind the acronyms for LGBTQT, whatever picture that he reposted from somebody else that had to do with Biden and talking about mutilation or something, I saw a different code. And when I put that code in, that's how I came up with the carbofuran. And I started reading and researching on the chemical. And in some of the studies, it was explaining how it have an effect on fish, but it was a specific study was on goldfish. So again, our fish, cotton candy, transitioned a few weeks ago, maybe last month sometime, and then the little rat transitioned, I guess last night, I guess. And here, carbofuran. It is a carbonate pesticide that is used to control insects on a wide variety of crops, including potatoes, corns, and soybeans. It is systemic insecticide, which means that the plant absorbs. I need to put on my glasses. My grandson, my arm, I can't do too much moving around. Okay. Which means that the plant absorbs it through the roots and from the plant distributes it throughout the organs where insecticidal concentrates are attained. Carbofuran also has contact activity against pests. It is one of the most toxic pesticides still in use and is classified as restricted use pesticide in the United States. It is a Schedule II poison in United Kingdom, meaning that it is illegal to possess or use without a license. Carbofuran is a neurotoxin that works by inhibiting the enzyme acet, acet, a- acetylcholinesterase. acetyl ac- acetylcholine choline cholinesterase. That's a long one there. This enzyme is responsible for breaking down acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that is essential for nerve function. When acetylcholinesterase, it has erase in it at the end, it has nest, acetylcholinesterase is inhibited, acetylcholine builds up in the nervous system and causes a variety of symptoms, including paralysis, seizures, and death. What is this coincidence of this toxin or me coming across this toxin by putting in the code that Elon must put in behind LGBTQTMMPT and all that? This is how I came across this information right here. I never heard of no carbofuran ever. Okay? Carbofuran is a very toxic compound, and even small amounts can be harmful. The oral LD50, the dose that is lethal to 50% of test animals, is in rats is zero point 0.5 milligrams. This means that a 150-pound person would only need to ingest 7.5 milligrams of carbofuran to be at risk of death. Carbofuran is also harmful to the environment. It can contaminate soil and water and can harm fish, birds, and other wildlife. In the United States, carbofuran is no longer registered for use on food crops. However, it is still registered for use in non-food crops such as cotton and soybeans. Did you know that soybeans is not a food? However, it is registered for use on non-food crops such as cotton and soybeans. It is also used in some countries to control mosquitoes and other insects. If you're exposed to carbofuran, it is important to seek medical attention, right? Okay, so I went further. I said, what damage does carbofuran have on pipelines? Carbofuran can cause a number of problems for pipelines, including corrosion. Carbofuran can corrode the metal pipes that pipelines are made of. This can lead to leaks, which can contaminate the environment and cause fires and explosions. Erosion. Carbofuran can also erode soil around pipelines. This can make the ground unstable, which can lead to pipeline buckling and breaking. De- Degradation. Carbofuran can degrade the plastic materials that are used to line the pipes, which can lead to leaks, which can contaminate the environment and cause fires or explosions. In addition to the physical problems, carbofuran can also pose a health risk to workers who come in contact with it during pipeline construction or maintenance. Carbofuran is a neurotoxin, which means it can damage the nervous systems. Symptoms of carbofuran poisoning can include headache, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, sweating, blurred vision, muscle weakness, seizure, and coma. In severe cases, carbofuran poisoning can be fatal. For these reasons, it is important to prevent carbofuran from coming into contact with pipelines. This also includes using proper safety procedures when handling carbofuran and disposing of it properly. Here are some of the additional tips for preventing carbofuran damages to pipelines. Inspect pipelines regularly for signs of damage. Keep pipelines clear install leak detection and all this stuff, right? Now, why do I feel like this is connected to Mountain Valley? Because in the Federal Register, yesterday, they have a summary about toxins, natural gases, tests on air quality. 23 states need to do a test on their air quality, and it's called a Good Neighbor Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Like, listen, they didn't play that commercial for State Farm. They played that commercial for today, for Revelation. That commercial was made for Revelation. They just used it until it got embedded in the Good Neighbor Plan. Like a good neighbor. I wonder if Jake's name is somewhere in this Good Neighbor Plan. Now, this Good Neighbor Plan was a 2015 plan, right? But they just updated it and published it for Monday. It's this isn't even they posted it yesterday, but it's a publication to go into effect for Monday. And it's part of the environmental protection plan. So the Environmental Protection Agency, before they make their announcement on the 6th, because if you go to Congress on the 6th, they are going to m- tell you what decision they came up with on the environment, which is posed and covered up and masked up under a debt ceiling act. The day before that, they got fossil fuel power plants in 22 states, an action that will prohibit the emissions of implementing allowance-based trading program beginning in the 2023 ozone season. The ozone has its own season. Let me read this out to you properly. Anybody that's here with me, let me read this summary that's supposed to be released Monday before they tell you yay or nay, they're going to blow up Mountain Valley. The action finalizes federal implementation requirements to address 23 states' obligation to eliminate significant contribution to non-attainment or interference with maintenance of the 2015 ozone national ambient air quality standards in other states. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is taking action under the Good Neighbor and Interstate Transport Provision of Clean Air Act, or CA, or Act, the CAA, or Act. The agency is defining the amount of ozone precursor emissions, specifically nitrogen oxides, that constitute significant contribution to non-attainment and interference with maintenance from these 23 states. With respect to fossil fuel fired powered power plants in 22 states, this action will prohibit those emissions by implementing an allowance based trading program beginning in the 2023 ozone season. With respect to certain other industrial stationary sources in 20 states, This action would prohibit those emissions through emissions limitations and associated requirements beginning in 2026 ozone season. These industrial source types are reciprocating internal combustion engines in pipeline transportation of natural gas, kilns in cement and cement production manufacturing, reheat furnaces in iron and steel mills, and ferro alloy manufacturing, furnaces in glass and glass product manufacturing, boilers in iron and steel mills, ferro alloy manufacturing, metal or ore mining, basic chemical manufacturing, petroleum and coal products manufacturing, the pulp and paperboard mills, and combustors and incinerators and solid waste combustors and incinerators. And it says the date that the final rule takes effect. Okay, so they got till August of the final rule. But the um moving forward with Mountain Valley construction, they have 28 days for it to start immediately. So I think they just put that date on there just to put a date, just to put August. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in between: SIP option trading program, beyond under EGU trading program, integrated state trading program, revisions that do not use new trading programs, permitting considerations, emissions trading and ozone transport programs, analytic considerations, outreach, engagement, clarifications, paperwork. I'm skipping through. Okay, now they have executive orders in this, and one of the executive orders is 13132 under federalism. Unfunded mandates. All of this has to do with with Mountain Valley. Unfunded Mandates Reform Act. Consultation and coordination with Indian tribal governments, because Mountain Valley is Mountain Valley, Virginia, that whole area is tribal land. Um, they have an executive order protection of children from environmental health risk and safety risk. So they have that order in there updated or going to be updated. An executive order on actions concerning regulations significantly affect energy supply and distribution use. Then national, oh boy, un momento, un momento.